Welcome back to Hoosier Adventures, another California episode. Today we're taking the ferry from San Diego to Coronado. Also have some night shots at the end as well, and you can see the lights of the beautiful city of San Diego. The ferry has two different places in downtown San Diego where you can catch it. I'm here at the end of Broadway Street. There's also another by the convention center. This one was easier for me. It was down the street from my hotel. The ferry is $5 one way, which sounds kind of expensive for a form of public transportation, but when you think about it, you're getting a unguided boat tour of San Diego Bay. So it's actually a really, really good value. Now I'm heading up to the top of the boat so I can get some sunshine and get some footage for this video, but several people remain down inside this lower level, and they were mostly people who were actually commuting to their jobs. So when I got off the boat, there was a few people who worked on the USS Midway. You can see the USS Midway aircraft carrier over there on the left-hand side of the screen. It really is a huge, huge ship. The USS Midway is a must if you're in San Diego. Definitely check out my prior video on it, but it is a must-see attraction. Absolutely amazing. The weather, of course, was amazing. For me, that's one of the things San Diego is known for. And while I was visiting, let's just say its reputation is well earned. This is a look back towards downtown San Diego from where I came from. Again, you can see the superstructure of the USS Midway there. In the foreground there, you can see a lot of water, and then in the distance, you can see another aircraft carrier. That is actually the USS Teddy Roosevelt. So I got to see three different aircraft carriers while I was in San Diego. The two that I've already mentioned, as well as the USS Carl Vinson, which sailed by. And here's the bow of the USS Midway. The ferry ride isn't too long, and it's a much better way to get to Coronado than taking a cab. The Coronado Bridge is really congested, and you'll probably spend a small fortune getting there and back. So if you're comfortable with a little bit of walking, I recommend that you really take the ferry here. It's only $5 one way, and it's basically a free tour of the San Diego Bay. You can't beat that. As we continue our journey on the ship here, we're going to pass several of the waterfront bars and restaurants that I walked by in some previous videos. One of which we ate at was a Hawaiian-themed restaurant. We had breakfast at. It was really great. I can't remember its name off the top of my head, but I highly recommend it. Here's some information about where the ferry drops you off in Coronado. You land on the side of the isthmus that faces San Diego, which makes sense. But if you're wanting to go to the Hotel del Coronado and the beach and all that kind of stuff, you have to cross the island. Now, the island isn't that wide. I walked to the Hotel Coronado and back, and I believe it was just under 2 miles one way, maybe a little bit less. And it's a good walk. You get to walk through the island, see all kinds of stuff. There's two kind of different downtown sections that both have a lot of bars, restaurants, and attractions and things like that, as well as the ferry landing where there's also a bunch of restaurants and gift shops and other kinds of attractions like that. Coronado is technically an isthmus, but for all intents and purposes, it's basically an island. I mean, you have to take either a form of water transportation or go over a bridge to get there from the downtown, so it's completely separated, basically. Be on the lookout for the next episode of Hoosier Adventures, where I have some footage of the Hotel del Coronado. I'll also be visiting the beach as well. Here's the beautiful lights of downtown San Diego at night. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be on the lookout for more episodes of Hoosier Adventures. They come out 4 p.m. Central Standard Time every Friday. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe.